Hi guys, thanks for watching. Time for Libra. I'm doing them all in funny different orders this week, but I'm doing this on full moon day. It's actually Thursday the 15th of August 2019 when I'm doing this. This is the full moon reading. It is good until the next one comes up. So what is our first card for Libra today, please? I don't know. Let's have a look in Tarot in Wonderland, which is the deck I'm using this week. We'll have a change next week. Life is change. Hey, hey, hey. So the first card out this week for Libra is... got cards falling everywhere, but it's the Hermit, and it's number 9. So things are looking very near to completion here, Libra, and that's great. It actually suggests a fair degree of balance as well, although in a sense something to come into completion is like getting to the top. There's something very balanced about this, and because it's the Hermit card, even more balance is being brought into it, because that is the balance is the main effect of taking some time to kind of look within yourself and just feel how you feel about the world around you when you're not actually in the thick of it. You will certainly come back out of this period if you're in it already, Libra. If you're not, all I would say is don't fear it, don't try and put it off, because if we find some clever way of getting around the general guidance, not just the readings, but I mean what you feel in your heart, you know, which we have all these thoughts and beliefs for a reason. If we somehow get around what we think we're supposed to do, that lesson will come up again and again. So do take some time out and think, Libra. Okay, it matters. Let's go into, for this week, we're with Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light Oracle deck for a bit of extra meaning and a bit of extra significance. So tell us more, excuse me please, tell us more in this reading for the sign of Libra about number 9, the Hermit, so close to completion, which has come up here. And what we have is, I should say, who we have is Sanat Kumara, light activation. Now look at him, he is absolutely glowing. He actually looks like one of those electric lights in the shape of a person. But there's no electricity here, not of a physical kind. This is actually that special laws of physics that exists out there in the universe that doesn't actually work physically on Earth, but which we're always tuning into. It is as rock solid, it is as reliable as our laws of physics, believe me, guys, because this really does work for people on the spiritual path. And Sanat Kumara is saying, shine your light, your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Now that is why you need to do the Hermit thing. Now the Hermit and shine your light, the two things don't seem to go together, do they? But think about the traditional Hermit image in the Rider-Waite deck, where it's on many other decks actually, where the Hermit is kind of holding a staff, and hanging from the end of the staff is a light, like a candle in a glass thing or something, but whatever kind of light people had in those days. And the point of that is when you go into that Hermit thing and it seems to other people, to your friends who are used to seeing you around more, that you've gone into the dark, actually that is what really allows you to shine the light into your own soul, and that is where you find out where you want to take things forward. Okay, so when we've got Sanat Kumara saying light activation, shining lights everywhere, and really, what else is he saying? Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Well, if you're in the Hermit mode at the moment, it's coming through loud and clear. If you think you should be taking a bit of a rest from things and meditating more, then actually you are still hearing it loud and clear. You're just being called to a place where you can hear it louder and clearer. Okay. I'm quite gravelly this morning, so my beautiful lapis lazuli blue cup, let's have a quick drink of tea and let's do some shuffling and say let's have the next card please in this reading for the sign of Libra, which I am doing right on full moon August 2019. It's also the day that Mercury retrograde is completely over. It ended really a couple of weeks ago. Excuse me, I dropped a card. But then you have a post-shadow after Mercury retrograde. It kind of gives us a fighting chance of working out what's gone on. Okay, the card I dropped is in my hand now because it's the one I've got to read. And it's the Ace of Swords, alchemy written all over it now. Swords energy, it's air sign energy, so it is really you guys, Libra. Okay, it is pointing squarely at you. Also, being air sign, it's kind of Aquarius, it's kind of Gemini. Those influences in your chart, those people around you, possibly closely involved in this, whatever's going on here, which varies from person to person. That's why I always say in this situation, because we're all in one. somewhere, hopefully in a good one. That's my prayer for me and for you as well, dear viewers. Right, so, okay, air sign energy abounding here anyway. Swords, it's so much to do with getting things done. It's just, that really is what the wands are all about. And in this case, it's more about a decisions that need to be taken to get things done. People never get very far trying to get things done without a decision. So this is the heart of the matter. Now, this is going to vary wildly from one viewer to the next. So I can't say exactly what this decision is about or what you should actually do. In fact, I don't like telling people what they should do, just in case I may be mistaken. But there is a decision there, and it needs looking at really seriously. Okay, be really truthful, be really frank with yourself, and that's a good thing you can do during the hermit stage. Right, so back into Carl Gray's Keepers of the Light, and let's have an oracle card from Keepers of the Light, please, to tell us more about the Ace of Swords. Tell us more about the Ace of Swords, please, in this reading for the sign of Libra in Full Moon Week, August 2019. What have we got? Faith, humanity and benevolence. Now, I am indebted to the lady who very kindly came on and told me that she is actually Archangel Michael's sister. I never heard of an Archangel Faith before, but she's in this deck, and I've had this deck a few months now, and I am actually kind of beginning to realise she's a real thing. She's she's the real deal in so many ways, and she links us to the faith within ourselves, the faith that things are going to get better, or that things are somehow going to work out the way that we've been hoping they will. And faith is what's really needed to get through this decision. I can see it all before me now, actually. I was wondering about that. But faith is really, really important in any decision that's an important decision in life. Faith is just as important. How strongly do you believe that things will work out well if you go down this line? And what are the actual chances? Are there things? There are always things, actually, that might get in the way of our plans. So there's a lot of thinking going on there. A lot of should we, shouldn't we? But what's needed is faith. Okay, and what Archangel Faith here says is stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. Right, the light in the world is really palpable. I know we're in the northern hemisphere. Summer is kind of dying off at the moment, and things aren't all that palpable. But there is always a spiritual light shining all the time, and quite often it shines brighter in the darkest days of winter. Actually, I've noticed that because the actual physical light of the world is so diminished that people start looking a bit further, and you could do a lot worse than looking a bit further in so many ways, my friends. Right, so we will move on and say, what is the outcome card, please? And we will do another oracle card for some more significance, but right now I'm asking, what is the third and last tarot card in this spread for the sign of Libra, please? And here we have the King of Pentacles. Put the rest of the cards out of the way there. King of Pentacles, lots of good things on the table. Now, this is great. Is this an outcome? I don't know, but it's certainly it's a sort of mid-term outcome. If this doesn't actually take you all the way to completion, then this is a really good situation to be in. Okay. Now, as the King of Pentacles, the Mad Hatter is a strange kind of character to have in there because he's not very kingly, really, when you read the Wonderland stories. But the bottom line is, he is actually really at the top of his game, and his game is making hats. So I suppose there's not a huge amount of competition. But he's got the price tag on his head, on his hat, I should say, sorry, because the hat is for sale. Yeah, he's just wearing it to model. It might as well wear one of his own hats. Why not? I'm not sure why people call this guy mad. Maybe that's why they call me mad. I don't know. But it's Pentacles card, right? It's Earth energy, really, essentially. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your chart. All those influences somewhere around you guys. The King of Pentacles here. He has plenty, and he's sat back and thoroughly enjoyed himself. In fact, there's plenty more place settings on the table with good things there for other people to come along and join in. So he's showing real material abundance there. But he is quite a frugal character. We go back to that idea that he's the hat he's wearing isn't actually his hat, even though he made it. There's a clue there to the way we kind of connect with other people, and the way we can actually, sometimes having a win isn't a personal win. It's a win that something good happened in the world. It's a win that something happened for your friend who you were concerned about. Something like that. It's not always within the soul. But one thing that is really personal in this message is kind of make the most of your resources, because the King of Pentacles is also aware that these things don't last forever and that they have to be worked for and earned. So as an outcome card, it's a really positive situation. There's a real feast going on there. That looks brilliant. Let's go and tell us some more about this though, because I just know I haven't got to the heart of the matter here. I really do. Okay, so what have we got? Kyle Gray, Keepers of the Light. Tell me more about King of Pentacles in this reading for Libra, if you would, please. And what we've got is 2 cards fell out. Lord Shiva, Transcendence, and the Shekinah, Sacred Self. Those 2 together. Okay, that is going to make it interesting. Let's go with Lord Shiva. He was the first one out. And Transcendence. Now, you see the sign he's making with his hand like this. I don't know enough about Hindu faith to be able to actually tell you what that is, but it's something that Sai Baba does, and various kind of people who are regarded as deities in the Hindu culture do this. So very holy, and it's almost as if he's waving that holiness towards us, saying, you can be that as well. And this is the thing about holiness, for want of a better word. Some call it piety. It sounds like so sort of up there and out there, all about God, all airy-fairy. The point is, it is actually real. It is actually a part of life, okay? Now, Lord Shiva is saying, rise up, honour your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So that's what's coming in. That's taking me back to the Hermit card there, number 9. It's very nearly the 10 of completion, is it not? It's also major arcana, so it's very much for you having this reading, Libra. But the Hermit is pulling away from things, and this shows how the Hermit is going to come back out again. And by that active job, not the act, because it's not an act, is it, transcendence, but by taking the idea of transcendence on board and actually living with it, that is how we make the most of this feast, and we actually make that feast repeat and recur and go on and on. So that's Lord Shiva saying, rise up, honour your inner force, and you are kind of getting the information from the universe about where you need to be going. Just got to make the most of it, because of the Mad Hatter there. And the Shekinah, the Sacred Self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. We've got a dancing theme here again. Right, so in the most conventional sense of it, that probably most people in the world have experienced dancing. If you go back to your teen years, when you were maybe going out to clubs and dancing a lot, the whole point was to kind of try and meet someone nice and build a relationship, and oh gosh, we all had such dreams in those days, didn't we? Some of us made it. Congratulations to you if you did. If, like me, you didn't, keep on trying. Never give up. But you know what I mean? If you don't go out and do that dancing, you don't kind of draw the other influences in to your journey, into your life, the way you need to. So we got 2 conflicting bits of advice here. Number 9, the Hermit, and the King of Pentacles and everything else with him that says get out there. But the point is, you'll do much better getting out there when you've had a time within yourself, thinking about what's going on. Things may have changed a bit also. When you come back, you'd be surprised. It can be really refreshing. Even just taking quite a short break from somewhere. Other influences come in and you go back and you're playing a different ball game with the same ball. Interesting stuff. I dare to kind of commend myself and think that. Right, well, thanks very much for watching, Libra. Have a fabulous week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tap the bell, leave me a comment. We'll share the journey, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.